of my persuasive essay on why the book series Chobits should be banned, but not at all. In the previous half, I talked about the reasons why Chobits should be and could be considered a banned book, and I also talked about maturity-based banning, as I would like to call it, banning books based on your maturity level, not your age level, and also a little bit about censorship, how we should use it but not overuse it like a lot of people try to. In the second half, I'll be talking about a few books that I have personally read myself and think they're banned for dumb reasons. One that I actually read recently and did not get to put in my report is this one, The Earth, My Butt, and Other Big Round Things. Excellent, excellent book. I don't remember why, word for word, why it is considered banned, but what I would think is it is somewhat sexually explicit. It has language in it and some scenarios. But the most sexual scenario in that book is the guy puts his hand in a girl's shirt. Oh wow, that's horrible. She can get pregnant. No, it's not. It's not bad, basically. You know. So, and then some of the other books I did read were To Kill a Mockingbird, the Twilight series, and My Sister's Keeper. To Kill a Mockingbird, and they're obviously because they have the N-word in it, which I will not say what it is because I have African American friends and I deeply respect them, and I don't think it's right to say that. I really don't. Anyway, so, and they seem very racist at the time in that book, but that book is being accurate with the time period it was in. It was in the place it was in. If I remember correctly, it was still at the time where people were very unaccepting of African Americans, and also it was in the South. People weren't very accepting in the South, so that's probably why they said those things. The second book or slash series is the Twilight series. They said it had religious viewpoints, which I saw absolutely none, unless you consider a wedding religious, but not really. It was sexually explicit, and they said very sexually explicit, if I remember correctly. Which there's only a little bit of it in the last book, Breaking Dawn. So there wasn't really that much. There was some language, I think, a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. Also, and then I think that was it, yeah. Didn't say anything else. And then there was the biggest one of all, My Sister's Keeper. They said there was sexism, but I think they confused that. They must not have read the book. They thought of sexism probably as the sisters getting more attention than the brother, but one of the sisters was sick, and the other sister, she was keeping the sick sister alive. The sick one had leukemia, and, they would need blood from another, source to keep her alive. There was... they said it was sexually explicit. That was funny, because there was maybe 2 or 3 scenes that I can remember that were actually very explicit. And as a big book, and they were like maybe 2 pages long, and I think that was 300, 400 pages. Not that big of a deal. There's language. Oh, people. Language should not be a big deal anymore. It really shouldn't. Because it is being based off of kids today. And the last scene in the whole book is like an epilogue in 2010. 2010 just passed. And I read the book in early spring 2010. So yeah, it's very current with kids of today. Kids of today, I'll admit they swear a lot. And, you know, I think we're going to have to learn to accept that because, you know, we learn from our parents, and our parents probably swear a lot as well. That has nothing to do with that. Anyway, but they thought there was a lot of language in it. There was some stuff about drugs in there, but, you know, medicine is also considered drugs. And if you're sick, you take medicine or drugs to get better. That also has a little bit to do with the next thing, suicide. One of the daughters tried to commit suicide by overdosing. Of course, the book does not go and say, do this, try to kill yourself with drugs, or, alright, drugs are so good, you should do drugs. It doesn't say that, and people seem to act like that's what it's saying, that every time a kid sees something in a book or on TV, that they're going to go and do it. That's not necessarily true. And then there is violence. I can kind of get that, but that's from the son. He's an arsonist, and I think that's a little violent. But his dad's a fireman, and I think that's his way of trying to reach out and get some attention. You know, because he's probably hurt from not getting enough attention because of his sisters. Well, those were the 3 books that I did read on that list, and I'm going to be reading a couple others. Rainbow Boys, Tango Makes 3, and The Color Purple. Look really good, but I haven't gone to read them yet. I gotta pick them up from the library soon. And so, with the ending of this little report, persuasive essay thingy, whatever it was, you wanted to consider, we talked of why Jehovah should be a banned series. There was nudity, it was sexually explicit, there were drunken sleepovers, and eloping, that F word. Ooh. Oh yeah, those are such horrible things. To some people, they are, but not to everyone. And we also learned a little bit about what I would like to call maturity-based banning, which I think people should base the banning rules on maturity level, not your age level, because not everyone is as mature or such things for their age. Some people are less, some are more, and some people, yeah, they're right on track with their age, but not every single person is. And then, of course, as we just talked of the books that I have read that I would consider overly banned. Yes, we have good intentions to ban, but are our intentions always that good? No. And I leave this little presentation with a point that I hope you guys can see. We should censor, but not over-censor. We should give kids a chance to prove their maturity within books. And so with this, I'm leaving my little thingy at the bottom, hopefully. At the bottom. If I can get it to work, I will have 2 links to some pages that have banned books on them and why they're banned. Read one and you'll be hooked. I'm not saying read Twilight again. Read something other than Twilight for this. Alright, bye-bye.